Hello, my name is Anusha and I'm a developer advocate here at Telnyx. Today I'm going to be talking to you about conversational workflows. If you've ever built an AI agent before, you've probably experienced this, where you're trying to configure a prompt and then you need to add an instruction and then another. Pretty soon you have a 2,000 word prompt in one agent. This can be really hard to maintain, troubleshoot, and is more likely to hallucinate or miss instructions along the way. When something breaks, finding that point of failure can be really difficult. Workflows can help solve that by taking a larger prompt and putting it into smaller specialized agents. Instead of one agent trying to do 10 jobs, basically you can have 10 smaller agents that are working together to complete that task. Each node has a single responsibility and it only becomes active when it's relevant in conversation. Let me show you how this works in practice. This is an example of a car insurance claim workflow I made through the Telnyx Portal. So as you can see, instead of one giant agent, this is a workflow made up of a bunch of smaller specialized agents that all have their own job. So each of these nodes are their own agents, and each of these edges are basically determining when the conversation should move from one node to another. So every caller will first start at the claim intake up here, and basically this agent's only job is to understand why that caller is calling and then route them appropriately. So for example, if a caller says they were rear-ended yesterday and they need to file a claim, they can go through the policy verification, get some loss details so it can understand, do some document verification if they want to upload any documents, and then it'll create that claim for them. If a caller mentions an injury or they're in danger, it will go through a safety triage and complete some different steps. One important thing to understand is that not every caller is going to go through each of these nodes. The workflow activates differently based on what the caller says in that live conversation. So let's take a look at the coverage questions here. Basically, these are only going to be used when a caller asks about deductibles, rentals, policies, and their coverage, pretty much. Since the agent's very specialized, the prompt is able to stay very small and focused. If you want to add a new path later, you can basically just go into the workflow here and click Add Node, and let's just call it FAQs, and I'm going to add it as just a new section that it can go to, and let's just prompt it saying it's a general business questions in the edge. Okay, so basically if a caller asks for just any basic business questions, I'll add this prompt here. It's just going to basically tell what the insurance company does. We can then add an edge that will just route this directly to the end of the call here. And I'm just gonna say caller is happy, since all it wanted to know was those questions. And just like that, you can easily expand your business logic and create a new agent in your workflow very easily. So instead of having a massive prompt that has all your business logic in it, you can see exactly how a caller is moving through the different nodes and edges based on what they say throughout the conversation. Let me now show you this workflow in action.
North Star Claims, this is Sam. How can I help?
Hi, I got rear-ended when I was driving yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is anyone hurt, and are the vehicles safely off the road?
No one was hurt and there's no vehicles on the road.
Got it. To open your claim, I need your name and either your policy number or the phone number on the account.
Yeah, my name is Anusha and my phone number is 415-111-2222.
Got it, Anusha. What time did the accident happen yesterday, and what city or intersection?
It happened at 5 p.m. and on Market Street and 5th in San Francisco.
And what's the best callback number for the adjuster?
Just the one that you have on file.
Got it. Can you briefly describe what happened?
Yeah, I was driving and a car hit me from the back.
Do you have photos of the damage and the other driver's information?
Yes, I do.
Great. Please upload those photos and the other driver's info through our app or portal. Your claim will be created for adjuster review, and an adjuster will call you back. You're all set. Your claim reference is CLM104928. Is there anything else I can help with?
No, that's all. Thank you.